Hi guys, we're still in Richmond. I guess I ended up making 4 videos, including this one, because I decided to go over to the historic Ferris Theater where the Tabernacle Choir sang. The occasion was the dedication of the 3 Witnesses Monument in the Richmond Pioneer Cemetery. But now we're over here at the Richmond Cemetery, and this is where David Whitmer is buried. You can see his name right there. David Whitmer, one of the 3 witnesses to the Book of Mormon. So we've got one of the 3 witnesses over in the Pioneer Cemetery, Oliver Cowdery. He is buried underneath the monument, and then David Whitmer is buried in this cemetery, which is in another part of town. And I'm not sure that everybody knows that when they come here. At least I've ran into a few different people that didn't realize that. I remember the first time that we came here, like after we moved to Independence, we didn't know that right away. I figured that everything was over in the Pioneer Cemetery. So you can take a car up here. I'm just walking just because I wanted to start out at the sign for the cemetery because it has his name on it, along with a few other notable people that are buried here. But you have to go all the way to the top, and that's where his gravesite is. And it's really nice. You'll see in just a minute. There's a headstone, there's a bench. The Far West Stake has put one of their historical markers there, which I'm so grateful that they undertook that project. I wish I knew more about it. I mean, I guess stakes throughout the church do lots of different things, and maybe you would call this kind of like a service project. They certainly have provided a service to everybody visiting these sites with these historical markers. But yeah, you get up to the top in your car. Ideally, you'll see this white sign. You can't miss it, and it points right over here to the gravesite. So I guess let's start on this side. We got Julia A. Whitmer from 1889 to, wait, no, it just says when she died. Sorry. I guess I can't think very well after I walk up hills like that, and I have to catch my breath. Julia A. Whitmer died February 25th, 1889, aged 74 years and 18 days. On this side, you got the name Whitmer at the bottom. The record of the Jews and the record of the Nephites are one. Truth is eternal, Father and Mother. And probably my favorite feature of this whole site is you have these stone depictions of the Bible and the Book of Mormon together. I really like that. I wish I could pick it up and hold it. But this will have to do. It's nice. David Whitmer died January 25th, 1888, aged 83 years, 20 days. Oh, that's new. I don't remember seeing a bunch of coins the other times that I've come here. And here's a fake like butterfly. I always appreciate seeing these things. When people even now, today, will bring things to these grave sites. You know, I pointed out that butterfly, but earlier this year there were some like fake flowers that somebody had brought. Like I said, these coins are new. When I was in Nauvoo, maybe not the last time, but the time before that, in the Smith family cemetery, there were flowers, and I think there was even like something like an orange or like some fruit, which obviously somebody was like bringing as some kind of gift, or kind of to honor the grave of Joseph Smith and Hiram Smith and Emma Smith. Yeah, and then we don't have anything on this side. And then we have the historical marker from the far west stake. This one was put in place in 2021, and it says Mary Elsa Mussellman Whitmer, 1778 to 1856. Born in Germany, Mary Elsa Mussellman immigrated to Pennsylvania and married Peter Whitmer sometime before 1798. The couple had 8 children: Christian, Jacob, John, David, Catherine. Oh yeah, there you go. I've been focusing on Catherine lately because I realized the last time that we went to the Hiram Page gravesite that he married Catherine Whitmer. And she's not buried with him, but some of you told me that she's buried in the Pioneer Cemetery. I wasn't able to locate her headstone, but anyway, Christian, he's buried here in he's buried in Liberty at the 8 Witnesses Monument. Jacob is in the Pioneer Cemetery on the other side of town. John is in Kingston. David is right here. Catherine, I'm not sure, but it seems that she's buried here in Richmond. Peter, so this would be Peter Whitmer Jr. He's buried at the 8 Witnesses Monument in Liberty. Nancy and Elizabeth. By 1809, the family had moved to Fayette, New York, and established a 100-acre farm. The Whitmers met Joseph Smith in 1829 and were key to the translation of the Book of Mormon, which was inscribed on plates of gold delivered to Joseph by an angel known as Moroni. In June 1829, the Whitmers opened their home to Joseph and Emma Smith to assist with the translation. Oliver Cowdery, the primary scribe in the translation process, also moved in, causing more work for Mary, who labored without complaint. One day, as Mary was doing chores by the family's barn, a gray-haired man with a knapsack approached her, identifying himself as Moroni. Quote, "You've been very faithful and diligent in your labors," he said. "It is proper, therefore, that you should receive a witness that your faith may be strengthened." He showed her the plates and encouraged her to continue in patience and faithfulness, promising she would be blessed for it. Mary was the first person to see the plates other than Joseph. Oh, I don't think I knew that. She was the first person to see it other than Joseph. So before all the other witnesses. Within weeks, all 5 of her sons and 2 sons-in-law would, including Hiram Page, would be shown the plates. Their eyewitness testimonies to the world have been published in every edition of the Book of Mormon. Although she and her other family members were separated from the church, Mary Mussellman Whitmer remained true to her witness. She died in Richmond, 1856, and is buried in nearby Pioneer Cemetery, corner of North Thornton and Crispin Streets, next to her husband and near other family members. You guys, I've already read this sign before. I guess I didn't pay much attention to it, or didn't like make connections that, you know, because lately on the channel I've been focusing on the fact that we have all these witnesses of the gold plates here in Missouri. The only other witnesses are Joseph Smith, Jr. and Sr., and Samuel Smith in Nauvoo, and then Martin Harris in Utah. All the rest of them, including, I'm just making this connection now, including Mary Elsa Mussellman Whitmer, are here in Missouri. And she is at the other cemetery. So I'm gonna have to, next time we go to the Pioneer Cemetery, I'm gonna have to point that out. It's just, like, you think you have a grasp on church history, but there's so many dates and names and locations and timelines, it's kind of hard to keep it all straight. But over time, I feel like I'm starting to get more and more of a handle on all these things. Okay, David Whitmer, one of the 3 witnesses to the Book of Mormon. David Whitmer was born in Pennsylvania in 1805. He was instrumental in the translation of the Book of Mormon and the establishment of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. David met Joseph Smith on or about the 1st of June, 1829, learning about him and his work from their mutual friend, Oliver Cowdery. After helping Joseph and his wife Emma relocate from Harmony, Pennsylvania to his parents' home in Fayette, New York, David assisted as a scribe in the work of translation. Near the end of June 1829, David was one of the 3 men shown the plates of gold by an angel named Moroni. They were commanded by a voice from heaven and to declare their experience to the world. Known as the 3 witnesses, their testimony has appeared in every edition of the Book of Mormon. David and other family members were essential to the building up of the church in New York. They later moved with the church to Kirtland, Ohio. David was among the first Latter-day Saints to move to Missouri, where he served as the president of the church for the area. Although he and other family members separated from the church in 1838, David never denied his testimony. From 1838 until his death in 1888, he lived in Richmond, Missouri. He was known as a man of integrity and served in many civic capacities, including mayor. This grave marker is a replica. With the consent of living descendants, it was replaced in 2021 due to deterioration. The marker it replaced is at the Ray County Museum. So I might have to see if I can get permission to record in there and go track that down. In the last video, when we were at the, I've already forgotten the name of it, the Ferris Theater, where the Tabernacle Choir sang when they dedicated the 3 Witnesses Monument, it talked about the fact that living relatives were there to be part of the dedication. And this just talked about 2021. Oh, and you know, that's when this marker was put in place. So as recently as 2021, you have living descendants. I wonder if that means living descendants that are here in Richmond or somewhere here in Missouri, or if they're just somewhere else. I don't know. But anyway, okay, so this is the David Whitmer gravesite. I love coming here. I love the spirit that's here, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I'll talk to you guys later.